What's up, guys? Welcome to Game Scrubs, episode number 69. Nice.
Nice. Oh, we
Uh,
fucking nailed that.
totally. We This is the weekly top of the gaming news podcast that we do every Monday night at 11 p.m. Central Time. Well, it used to be like what, 7?
Yeah.
Was it 7?
Gosh, it
Ugh.
used to be.
Yeah, right in that
What a
prime,
wonderful
like
time.
it was nut. It was right in that time, that kind of awkward time for me where it's like, am I eating dinner or am I gonna starve?
100% same. It's like
Yeah,
there were so many times we'd finish a cast and I'd be like, I haven't eaten since like noon. I gotta go eat
yes,
something.
yes, exactly. And so in a way, I'm kind of glad we put it the later, but at the same time, home. Ooh,
Tomorrow morning, Tuesday
I'm
mornings are
old.
very hard.
Tuesday mornings are very hard.
If either of us are even up before the PM hits,
I'm always,
we're old.
yeah. I intentionally. So last night I did not set an alarm.
Nice. Ugh, the
Which was
dream.
it's a great feeling. I
It's
love
the
it.
best.
However, I was still up at like 8,
Classic.
and I was like, I did the Obama. It's like, damn, I come on, give me some of that, like waking up to the sound of the noon bell, the noon
Oh,
horn
no.
from the engineering building.
Yes.
Give me some of that.
That's the best. That's the best way to wake up. That's a fact.
Yeah, sure, I guess. Yeah.
Oh man.
Um,
No, I had an early morning yesterday morning and then not as early today, but still earlier than I'd like it to be. So I'm probably going to sleep in pretty hard tomorrow after the cast tonight cuz this is my last real commitment for a little bit in the morning.
uh, for those of you who don't know us, I'm Cal. Joining me is, as always, as per usual, my co-host Jake. Um, and I don't want to get sidetracked, but ADHD is real.
It's hitting.
The past couple nights, and actually right now too.
Yeah.
For the past, I don't know, like hour and a half now, my spine has just been absolutely on fire.
It's fighting you. Your body's
It's
fighting you.
my back. Like maybe it's the fact that I'm not like hauling around apple boxes anymore, but my spine is just it is like it's literally like someone lit it on fire.
Oof.
So
Yikes.
I'm a little concerned about that, but
I'm gonna sound basic as hell. Well, obviously, a physical therapist would be a good person to see, but maybe you should try doing some, just like some yoga or stretches or something.
yeah, I
Just
went
like
to the
let your
doctor.
body.
He gave me some stretches. I haven't done them,
Ah, okay.
and he's gonna probably yell at me on my physical that I had to schedule last time I was there.
Yeah.
Oh, bridging. Ooh, that's a sexy move.
Sounding? Sorry, what? Bridging? Oh boy.
One of them's literally just go to the toilet. Seated forward bench stretch.
Nice.
All it is. I'm gonna do it right now.
Oh boy. I'm ready.
Here
Audio
it is.
listeners get fucked.
It's called go to the toilet and emancipate your bowels. I hope that translates.
That was amazing. That looked good.
It's just. So I've been doing that stretch all day.
I did that stretch in high school a lot. Oh my gosh.
Do that stretch after having a large Wisconsin 6 cheese
Ooh. Why is
from
it?
Checker from that place with the Domino's logo.
Yeah, that place pretty good. I enjoy that. In particular, that pizza.
Yeah. If they had a sponsor, I would say the name.
Yeah, we won't say them on stream. Nah. We don't.
You gotta earn that.
Here's the thing: we're not corporate shills. We are not Well, we would if they would pay us. But here's the thing: remember, corporations and companies are not your friend, and that's something
Yeah.
some people don't remember. Like, I don't know, Sony fanboys.
Mm-hmm.
So here's the dealio, everyone. Sony is going to offer a free Horizon Forbidden West PS4 to PS5 upgrade after criticism because they they did a quick U-turn because if you can believe it, people were not interested if they didn't get the free upgrade because here's the thing. People would love to play it on a PS5. Still not easy to get in to get one nowadays. Go ahead. Take it away.
Man. It would have been such a bitch move. You know, yeah, you want your steak? How about a chicken? It's like a cooked steak, but it's chicken. You know, or straight up, uh, we have the best steaks around. There's nothing but good steaks here. If you want a steak and it's not done right, we'll do it again. Okay, do it again.
Do it again.
But so they went from doing the right thing to doing the wrong thing, and then faced backlash, and now are doing the right thing again.
Wild.
Well done. You know what? I can't believe they did it. You know, uh, I shit like this just keeps reminding me of that story of the Red Ring of Death saga
Oh
with
my gosh.
early models of the Xbox 360.
Everything that led up to the Elite.
Yes, basically, like for those of you who are just old babbies that don't really know, the first model of the Xbox 360 was had some growing pains.
Mm-hmm.
And when you got the Red Ring of Death, all your saves are corrupted. Everything's just fucked, right?
Mm-hmm. It was done.
Um, but what Microsoft did in that moment was they said, you know what, send it to us.
Yep.
We'll either fix it, refurbish it. Unfortunately, your saves are lost.
They're done.
But we will fix it and replace it for free.
Yep. But yeah, that wildly different than what was happening here. That was a very, very, very good PR move. Because that was happening. I knew so many people that happened to.
I just, the contrast for it that you bring up just makes me think, like, why do game companies have to have, like, people get so fucking pissed
Right?
to do the right thing? Why did Microsoft have to have people tell them, hey, maybe don't put out a console that bricks if you don't update it once every day?
Yeah. Doesn't help putting the fan way too close, or not giving yourself enough space literally physically in the console to keep it cool.
Yeah. Why does Sony have to hear backlash to realize that taking away what they previously offered is a bad idea?
Yeah. Yep.
It's just goofy.
Yeah, Mr. Dr. Purseman in the chat. Decisions are made by corporate dudes in conference rooms, and that's very clear with this. There's like, no one will care. It's like everyone's gonna care. You said that they were gonna get it for free before. Why would they like to pay for it later? Like, they're like, oh, geez, yeah, I guess I'll pay for it now. That makes sense. It's like, no, it doesn't make sense.
Like, frankly, Mr. Dr. Person Man chirping in the chat saying the decisions are made by corporate dudes in conference rooms. And I just can see, like, fucking Kingpin sitting there saying, they really noticed we were going to do that?
Yep.
Come on. More money. Give me more
Money,
money.
more money.
Yeah, I think it's that it even had to get to a point of people being pissed off.
Yeah,
So
ridiculous. It's it's really frustrating with the people who don't have their finger on the pulse or literally any contact with actual developers or consumers trying to make these kind of decisions. But
Phenomenon is actually making a pretty decent point. Nintendo doing it with their games, and we just accept it. I mean, how many more times are we going to buy a new, just a upresed Zelda? You know?
yeah, that's true. Like the 3DS of Ocarina of Time was literally the same thing as the OG Ocarina of Time.
Well, I thought that they did like some smoothing or something. I mean, it's
It was
literally just
barely
adding like
noticeable.
it's literally just like minor tweaks
Yeah,
that made it so that
minimal.
it was still playable on a 3DS.
Yeah, the graphics were updated. Technically, they were, but they weren't like, you know, they smoothed it out a little bit. I guess they did round it out. They'd rounded it out really well because I played the Majora's Mask a lot more than I played the Ocarina um port. Basically, they actually changed Majora's Mask up a lot with how you could play the game. But yeah, it was smoother, like the sprites and everything, and all the characters.
Yeah. One thing I kind of want to touch on. Uh, so game companies are doing this all the time, right?
Mm,
Uh, why don't they just instead of constantly fighting with emulator folks, people who make the games and then emulate them and mod them to make them look better, whatever.
mm-hmm.
Why don't they? Why aren't game companies hiring these guys?
I mean,
And
that's
then they could legit resell
yeah,
old games for what I would hope is not full price. But
mm-hmm.
hey, you know what? Like, at least if it was full price, then it would look like better.
Yeah, right. But yeah. Oh boy, there's so much behind that it's rough. Cows. Oh man, they're coming for you. But no, you're right though. They'll just milk them.
Yeah.
Milk them dry. And you know
Oh.
what? There are people who allegedly aren't comfortable or cool with milking the gamers dry anymore. This dude, Sean Layden, boy oh boy, he left PlayStation to avoid burnout. And I say that in a very sarcastic tone. Burnout is a very real thing. People do get burnout. But
Yeah.
I just don't think this dude's dealing with burnout as much as the people pulling 14-hour shifts developing the games for PlayStation. Just spitballing here.
Fucking amen.
He was the, wow, I forgot he was with freaking Sony for 32 years.
He was there a long ass time. Yeah. I just, I think it's funny too. I'm he can say it's burnout all he wants, but I and granted, nobody could have seen COVID coming.
Yeah.
But at the same time, there was already like I'm not going to say there was a chip shortage, but I will say there's blood in the water.
Yeah, exactly.
And I wonder if he didn't look in his tea leaves and say, how much money is enough?
I
And
mean,
then realize he does have enough to just kind of step away and be like, yeah, did
like,
pretty good.
dang, maybe I'll do all right here.
Hmm.
This was revealed in an interview with Bloomberg. I do not have a Bloomberg sorry. I'm not subscribed to Bloomberg, so I can't read the article there. That's why we're reading it here. I'd say it's safe to assume that it was written by Jason Schreier, but just spitballing here. Um, you know, I think that he and regardless of why he left at a good time. Like, imagine that being your legacy, or like when you were the guy, right, at PlayStation. This is all that happened. Like he saw the issues with the PS3 and then saw the PlayStation 4 become one of the best-selling consoles of all time. He's like, you know what? I think I'll go home now. And then he just dipped.
Better to ride off into the sunset than with your tail in between your legs.
Exactly. Oh my gosh. One thing, the biggest thing I wanted to talk about though with this is Layden brought up his concern about the rising cost of AAA development. Like, here's the quote. Real quick. Layden said game development costs seem to double with each generation, citing that PS4 titles he helped get out the door cost $100 million a piece. And this is the quote: "If we can't stop the curve from going up, all we can do is try to de-risk it," Layden said. "That puts you in a place where you're incentivizing towards sequels." He then went on to predict that PS5 games will end up costing $200 million to make, and that prices will only go up from there. But that's the thing. Is, yeah, games are getting more expensive, but we haven't paid more for a game since the upres from PS2 and Xbox to PS3 and 360. So
not to mention inflation has fucked everything up.
A little bit, yeah. Just a little bit.
Yeah. I can tell you great certainty that there's a bubble that is going to pop very soon.
Oh, I'd say so.
We'll see. Hey,
yeah.
I'm not gonna try and politicize anything. So,
it's just amazing. We've
like we'll be looking back at 100 million per game in like 10 years.
Yeah.
Be like, that's it.
It doesn't.
I mean, it's still a lot of money.
Yeah, for sure.
But I can understand where Layden's coming from. Trying to make it at least sound investments that go as far as they can.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's why I'm not working for Sony right now.
Well, also the sheer fact, the amount of people that they need to work on a game now.
Yes.
That's
precisely.
That's the biggest part, right? You need more people to work on these bigger games to make them what they are in what a game looks like in 2021. So it just takes more people, more which costs more, and then wow, crazy. Somehow we still, like I said, pay $60 a game. Like, this is unsustainable.
Yeah. And like, to me, this is where I think right around when Red Dead Redemption 2 came out, you and I had a brief chat off on the side, or maybe it was during the podcast, I forget, but that balance of, okay, this is a game idea.
Yep.
Do we want to make it AAA and spend like a lot of money and take effectively a high risk as far as, okay, because no matter, you can try to de-risk $100 million all you want, but in the end, $100 million is $100 million, and someone's going to be talking about how the fuck to recoup your losses if you fuck that up, right?
Yep.
So that's why I'm starting to think game companies don't have to have huge I mean, just look at the quality of some of the indie games out there. It doesn't have to be hyper realistic.
That's what people want, though.
It's a fucking video game.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
Like some of the best video games. I mean, shit. What games do you play pretty regularly?
I mean, you know,
do they have TIAA, anti-aliasing? Fucking like NVIDIA, whatever bullshit, dynamic shadowing up the ass, No, it,
I play Hello Kitty Island Adventure.
it's well,
Hey,
I'm talking more so like
yeah.
Mario Golf Super or
Yep.
Rush,
Yep. That's the thing.
like
It's about the thing that kills me about so many gamers is the obsession. The obsession with graphics. It's like, oh, is that so important to you? Is it more important than a good story? Is it more important than good gameplay? Is that what you're looking for? Oh, I can't even control my character, but damn, does this look real fucking good?
it's one of the things that makes me almost embarrassed to say that I play games is the stigma that has just absolutely festered into us of like entitled gamers being fucking assholes to the people that make the games.
Right? Right?
And I mean, on the one hand, I I do agree. He's talking about microtransactions, and I get that. I agree. Um, and I don't want to go down the rabbit hole of microtransactions too far, but like
It's easy to go down.
I'm talking more so just expectations of a AAA game,
Yep, 100%.
and obviously over the years, the rise of the computing power that is available um, has led to more detailed graphics. Thus, people will look at graphics first, and then
Ugh. Eh.
maybe music. You
Ah,
know,
doubt.
uh, but it's always like you look at older games, and what do you see? You see a full game
Mm-hmm.
on that cart.
Yep. Yes, sir.
And nowadays, to Fee's point, now it's just microtransactions, transactions with microtransactions on microtransactions, and like where does it stop?
Yeah. And uh Gilmore bringing up a very good point in the chat about fighting games. And yeah, like the more they fuck with the graphics of fighting games to make them look however they're trying to look, will definitely come at the cost of input delay. And that, with a fighting game, who cares? Like, you gotta have those good. You gotta have that, like, button. It's gotta be It's gotta be
The,
reactive perfectly. It's gotta play well. Like,
the feel has to be there.
the
Yeah.
feel has to be there. If you're getting this high graphic game, but you can't fight, like, why? Why even bother to play the fighting game?
Part of it too, in my opinion, is that frankly, internet infrastructure
Mm-hmm.
is not being updated the way it should be.
It's not where it needs to be
Um,
in a lot of spots.
yeah. Uh, I think it's okay to talk about this. I'm not 100% sure.
Uh-oh. Don't
But
dox yourself.
uh, well, I'm just gonna say when I moved in here, I wanted 1 gig internet. I was just like, oh fuck it, I
Mm,
can swing that.
can you though?
Wait, no, gig.
I meant, can you
Yes.
get a gig at your current place? Is that
Well,
offered?
yes, it's
Okay.
offered
Okay.
too. But it wouldn't have. So I could have been paying for it, but the guy who came out and installed it was like, "You're not going to get a gig of speed with this shitty like 20-year-old wire coming from that thing." The So he like rewired from the thing. The Well, I guess it used to be a telephone pole. Now it also functions for internet.
Yep.
He wired it over the street and across the house and then down and up.
Good man.
I was like, thank you so much. I still don't technically get a gig
Mm-hmm.
when I do speed tests, but it's like 850 megs.
Yeah, it's solid.
It's
It's
very solid.
acceptable.
Yes, it's very good. I don't mind it at all.
Nice. But
I feel
yeah,
like, yeah,
we just need to get off this obsession with hyper realistic looking games. In my opinion, I get it. There can be some that exist out there. There's an ecosystem. But boy, just stop.
yeah.
Please.
Please stop. It's enough slices.
That being said, there's some things coming back that are very exciting. Cal, you ready to move on to this next delightful, delicious news?
Sure.
EA has college football coming back.
Um,
So what they're doing right now is they're holding you over till the NCAA game comes out, and they are doing like a Madden with like some schools. Basically, I don't know why a school that hasn't been relevant since 1998 is on this list, but that's okay. Fine. I get it. You have a legacy 30 years ago almost, and then all of a sudden you're still cool. Closer
what are
to
you
20,
talking
but
about?
still.
You must be talking about Texas.
Oh, man. I mean, I was going for Nebraska, but yeah, Texas hasn't been good since '05, so you know,
They're getting there.
throw that up. As soon as I leave the Big 12, they'll be good to go. They're going to
far as
get
I'm concerned,
destroyed in the SEC, baby. They can't hang.
we'll see. I mean, I thought Texas A&M was going to be trash in the
That's true.
SEC, and they're holding their own. Missouri's not quite doing as hot as A&M, but
They'll learn.
someone has to lose, someone has to win. So,
Exactly.
um,
This is just
I do kind of hate all these teams, though.
100%. I think I don't know why they picked. Some of them I understand, other ones I don't. I don't know. Not huge on it. But I think they're just doing it to try to get a few of the players in there. Like they
Yeah,
mention in it Justin Herbert. Like I get that.
yeah, and
But
I
like
think. Oh,
sorry, go.
sorry.
No, you go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say, like, obviously, I feel like they went about this all wrong in terms of they probably chose like 10 players and said, okay, we want to put your school in here and we want to follow your college team, whatever, right? Um, so they chose or 10 players and then just went with whatever colleges they went to.
Yep.
I feel like it would have been better to start with the big college matchups, like,
Mm-hmm.
you have your, I'll say like USC, Notre Dame,
Yeah.
uh, uh, Michigan, Ohio State.
Yeah.
I'll say uh, Clemson and Florida State.
Mm-hmm.
Um, LSU, Alabama.
Yep.
Like those are four really solid matchups right there that are
Exactly.
intense rivalries that I think make sense
Mm-hmm.
to then from that list go find players and be like, okay, can we do this XYZ
Mm-hmm.
thing? So at least that's just kind of the general sense I'm picking up from what this article has to offer here.
Yeah, quick aside. You remember before Jim Harbaugh got there and the rivalry between Michigan and Ohio State meant anything? I'm just taking pot
No,
shot. Yeah, exactly, because that rivalry is such a joke. Like, imagine Michigan thinking that they stand a chance.
they think they stand a chance every single and every year they get their ass whooped.
Yeah, it's
Every
so
year
brutal.
it's a fucking slaughter every year now.
Yeah,
And that's partially why I'm almost to the point of like, why do we even have conferences?
right.
Why? I mean, especially with the rumors of
Ah,
there just being two super conferences,
I
like
hate that so much.
that is horrendous.
Yeah, yeah. It's like when Vince McMahon, took all the regions out of wrestling and made them one big thing. just took out all the flavor, all the style, and the substance of each individual area. That's exactly what's
Yeah.
happening here, and I'm not about it, but probably gonna happen. But I
Yeah.
mean, Justin Herbert, he had like one good year as a rookie, right? Like, I just don't know if he'll be able to keep that momentum going up this year.
I think he'll do all right.
I mean, hopefully he does, but I mean, I don't care if he does all right.
I do. I'm pretty high on him.
Man, but he was so good last year. Um,
Yeah.
Man, it's crazy to think that it's almost been 10 years since NCAA football was canceled. Look at that. 100 institutions, logos, stadiums, uniform, game day traditions. Let's go. Put the mascot game back in, you cowards. That's what I really want. That's my favorite part of the NCAA football.
I just liked being able to play as my team.
Yes.
That's it. I just liked the escapism of, wow, we're headed for another 8-4 season. Well, not in NCAA.
Nope. My favorite thing.
NCAA, we're going to Indy, baby.
It was cool because we would last one I played heavily was 04, so it's been a minute. But but you could create a character, right? And take them through a season of college football and then get drafted and use your memory card to move them over to the Madden game. So I would move my football player from like 04 NCAA to 05 Madden, and it was so fun. So good.
Mm-hmm. Last one I played vehemently was 07.
Nice.
In my dorm room. Let's see, what was it? Hillcrest Hall.
Nice. What a classic.
That, yeah. Uh, I never got any of the, because I lived down the hall from a couple football players, and none of them ever gave a shit when I was playing that. But when I was playing Mario Kart,
They were
oh,
there.
they were ready.
Always.
So
So this is a fun little thing to do, I guess. Like, at least we're getting a taste of college football in like a video game form again. But I think this is a pretty okay way of going about it.
yeah,
I'm lukewarm on the whole thing right now.
sure.
Are you piping hot about?
Um,
I was gonna say the next article, but
oh, yes. I'm raging.
I am fuming. This would actually drive me mad if I played Madden. This would be the worst.
I'd probably I would not be happy.
No. How? Okay, so people make jokes about Madden being the same game every year, and let's be honest, it pretty much is. Like, very slight changes, and they point that out very hard with like the I've got the image pulled up of the tweet. We're gonna fix all the bugs and make Madden 22 the best one yet, Madden 22. And it's a Bills fan, like a poorly animated Bills fan holding a Go Dolphins sign. It's like, come on. Oh my gosh. I just appreciate all the rage tweets from all the people being like, yo, Madden, like, they're like, oh man, are you excited for this? And they're like, fix your game. Just fix the loss glitch, please. So the glitch itself is, it's called the quote unquote loss glitch. And what's been happening is people are playing the game in offline, and when you finish, you go to the main screen, none of the stats counted, and it counted as a loss. So like, what's the actual point of playing the game if you can't make your team, like playing the story mode, the franchise mode, if it's not gonna accurately keep it? Like, I understand that a ton of people just play Madden to play it online, but pretty big part right there. If you like the story and franchise mode, just there's a giant chunk of the game that doesn't work.
Yeah. And I mean, the I feel like the old adage of all news is good news, or like, no, it's not.
No.
This is all bad news, and people can and should take this game back and ask for a refund
Yep.
until things are fixed. And I mean, I just, I one thing that's unique about the Madden franchise is either you play it or you don't.
Yep.
I've been thinking about getting back into it, but I just, even still, especially now,
Yeah.
just don't care.
No.
Just don't care.
Why would you?
There's no point to it for me.
Yeah.
When there's actual games to keep track of and actual like money at stake
Yeah.
for me. So I'd rather just follow actual football instead of play it on the 360. However, I can totally empathize with someone, hell, it used to be me, working long, hot days,
Mm-hmm.
doing whatever fucking job you have, construction, landscaping, that sort of thing. I know plenty of people that work really hard jobs and like they go home and all they want to do is just relax and play some Madden, zone out.
Yep.
And I think that's totally fine. And I also think that, well, frankly, EA kind of preys on that mindset.
Oh, 100%.
So
And they hope that they just kind of shuffle them by. They're like, nah, they won't say anything. It's fine.
as long as we don't have any, like, I don't know, glitch that is game breaking and
Whamp,
makes
whamp.
everybody hate us.
Oh, shit.
Shit. Yeah.
Gosh, exactly. But
So
that's an EA move if I ever saw one.
yeah, I like the update too
Ugh.
of something's coming.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
There's no time window or anything,
Yeah,
but we're working on it. We swear. We are working on it.
I mean,
Okay.
do you remember that there used to be like workarounds for old game glitches,
Oh, yeah.
and like they would have to be shown in, I don't think it was in Nintendo Power, but in like guides and whatnot,
Mm-hmm.
but not like Prima official guides. It's like, or word of mouth usually.
Oh, usually word of
Um,
mouth, Cheap Planet, Game Winners, all the big ones.
yeah, where he, I don't know, he'd hit a wall
Yeah.
at some point. Like either it was way too cryptic a thing to get past the wall,
Mm-hmm.
or somebody'd be like, "Oh yeah, no, you have to show up there with 100 coins, and then like keep pressing right for 20 seconds, and then it'll um, let you pass."
Oh, my God. Yep, exactly.
Shit like that. Just
Something no normal human would think to do.
maybe a speed runner.
Yeah, they're built different.
Yeah.
Speaking of speedrunning, a lot of games that
Yeah.
are speedrun are older games. And there's a very, what is it, Nate the Hate podcast says that there's a really good chance that Game Boy and Game Boy Colors could be coming to Nintendo Switch Online. And Eurogamer sources have confirmed. Here's the thing. Pretty cool. I think it should have been, they should have done it shortly after they did the SNES, because like the NES they loaded up, right? And then they dropped the SNES, and it's like, oh shit, okay, here we go. But it has been a long there's been much more time between this possibly happening and the SNES Classic on the Switch. And fun fact, something I think it's important to point out is that Chrono Trigger, Earthbound, and Mario RPG are not on the SNES online right now. So I'd rather see those get on before Game Boy and Game Boy Color games get put onto this.
Yeah.
But the more the better. I just like the idea of kids being able to find this, or being able to, like, their parents playing and being like, oh, this is what's up. Stuff like that. It's funny, the screen grab that they have, or like you can, you can watch the July 2021 game updates on YouTube. And the image that they're using is of Claymates, which I absolutely adore. Me and Baracus used to play this game constantly when we were younger. So that was a very pleasant surprise to get put onto the SNES online. But I feel like it'd be a lot of more obscure, odd games than you getting Pokemon for free on the Game Boy or Game Boy Color. That's not going to happen. You'd get maybe Kirby's Adventure 1 or Kirby's Adventure 1 or 2, maybe Metroid 2. I don't know. I just think about the games that they would be likely to put on, and I also just don't think that they'll put anything good on at the same time.
Yeah, I tend to agree. Um, Especially because like a lot of people will reference, you know, obscure NES games. I
Mm-hmm.
feel like an untapped goldmine is less referenced Game Boy and Game Boy Color games.
Facts.
Uh, we'll see. We'll see what all the library really is.
Fingers
Uh,
crossed.
if if you had a dream lineup of, let's say, 5 games you would want on there.
Do we count the Pokemon games as one, or do we count them as? Because they're like a bundle deal, basically.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm looking something up real quick.
Nah, you're good.
Uh, let's see. Hello.
Hello? Pours a glass of water on his face.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay. Yeah. I know one of the games I would want it for sure.
all right. So if I had to get, like, you say 10 or 5?
But
5? Okay, so the Pokemon games, I'm counting them as 1, because they're basically the same game
mhm.
with variants. I would say that they should put. Personally, I think that Kirby's Adventure 2 should be there. Kirby's Adventure would probably be the one, though. Metroid 2, big. Um, there's so many good Game Boy games.
Yeah.
For just another one, I think that they would have to put any of the, like, the Mario adventure games. They need them there. Those are essential. Like, one of them, two's significantly better than one, and then Wario Woods is phenomenal. But yeah, I'd say Kirby Adventure, Metroid 2, Pokemon. I would love to see one of the Super Mario Land games, and then I just like so many weird, dumb licensed games though for the Game Boy. So I really struggle with this last one. Like an NES game or like a Nintendo brand game, I would say, oh my gosh, Donkey Kong Country. The Game Boy port. How about you? What would your 5 be?
Uh. God dang man.
It's hard. There's so many good ones.
There really are. Uh. I'll tell you what, I was all right with Kirby's Dream Land,
Oh, Kirby's.
the
Sorry,
first one.
I keep saying Kirby's Adventure. That's an NES game. Yeah, it's Kirby's Dream Land.
Then I would go, since we're lumping them all together, I'll throw Pokemon in there.
Yep.
After that, uh, I would do the Pokemon trading card game.
Oh, goaded. Such a good game.
Shit. Probably. Now I'm wondering, okay,
You
was
wonder about
Link
the
so
license? Ooh, Link's Awakening is Game Boy, OG Game Boy.
was
Insane
Link to
game.
the but was Link to the Past also ported to Game Boy
That was ported to Game
Color?
Boy Advance. Link to the Past
Oh,
had a
okay.
Game Boy Advance port with 4 swords.
Well, then I'll go with the Oracle of Seasons slash Time.
Ooh, ooh, those games also incredible. Insane that they were made they were on a handheld like that.
Yeah. What is that? 3 then?
Yeah,
Um, the fuck, man. I can't. Okay, this is. I'll go Super Mario Land too,
it's good. It's a good choice.
and then for my last pick, I can't seem to find it. It was like a FIFA soccer game where all
Ooh.
the players look the same.
Mm-hmm.
And this is it, I'm sure it's a shitty game.
Mm-hmm.
Like I definitely know that after a certain point, the game basically is just like, oh fuck you, you don't get to win.
Yeah, of course.
Again, like I just know. But just for nostalgic purposes, I would kind of want that. It's just a little soccer game.
Dude, 100%. I totally feel that. I I was gonna drop an honorable mention for the Game Boy version of Tetris, which is perfect.
Yes.
And then licensed games that I would like to see and never will. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Fall of the Foot Clan, a
Oh my
perfect Game Boy
god.
game.
Yes.
It's so good. How did they get such a good side-scrolling beat 'em up on a Game Boy cartridge?
I actually might change that soccer game to that.
Oh,
Just
dude, it's so in like the cutscenes, it was phenomenal. It was very good. Uh,
yes.
I also have a very big soft spot as far as the OG Game Boy goes for the Little Mermaid game that they made for it was brutal, but it was very good and very rewarding when you beat it. It was so good. Other honorable mentions for Game Boy Color, the Powerpuff Girl games. Big fan. They did it was a side-scrolling beat 'em up, but Bubbles, Buttercup, and Blossom all had their own like big baddies and like stuff. Like one of them fought Mojo Jojo for the final boss, and one of them fought him. It was a good way to go about making the same game 3 times and really cashing out.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yep, those are some licensed games that I was a really big fan of.
Um, yeah, I really have nothing else to add. Um, there's so many that are just not talked about.
It's true. It's not fair.
Uh, and
It's rude to them.
I, I feel well. That's why I think this is actually a pretty decent move. It's like, but at the same time, I'm just like, just dump it all.
Do
Just
it.
dump
Just
it
put them
all.
all. Do it.
Like, make your gaming environment on your console the best one.
Exactly. That's it.
But especially when you consider how Microsoft Game Pass is just gobbling up people left,
Mm-hmm.
right, and center, and for good reason.
Yeah. It's so easy.
Yeah.
It's right
So why
there.
not offer just like hundreds upon hundreds of these absolute classics.
Yeah. And that's the thing, is they had hundreds upon hundreds of good games.
Yes. So I don't know. Just kind of throwing that out there. Don't know why they wouldn't do that.
Before we move on to our biggest final story, I want to point out that there was, in the article, they point out the data mine that happened in 2019, tipping to the addition of SNES titles to the service before the announcement was official. At the same time, pointed to a couple other emulators hiding in the code, ready for Nintendo to add later. So there's a very good chance we'll get that. It's just, it'll be interesting to see what it's going to be. Is it going to be Game Boy? Is it going to be N64? I'm kidding. That would be insane. They could print it. People would, I know people that would probably buy a Switch just to be able to play N64 games on the go.
No doubt.
But that being said, optimistic and hopeful for the Game Boy and Game Boy Color stuff. We aren't as not as optimistic as these kids that think they can beat Dr. Tej Sa at Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Yeah.
I love this. This is brilliant. This is brilliant work right here.
I mean, what else is that? What? This is a perfect way to get more people in the door.
Yeah.
And hey, you know what? Beat him in Smash. Do it.
The thing is, like, I love that he does this. Also, the sheer size of his balls being a Mac main. Like, such an unviable pro character. So I say that as a DDD main. Like, it's totally fine. We exist. We like our characters. Yeah, we can't play them foreign tourneys. That's just a fact. It's fine. He's got to watch out for those sweaty kids, though. They'll come in hard.
Yeah, they'll come in and then he'll be like, "Oh darn, I lost. Let me give you hygiene now, you sweaty nerd."
You sweaty nerd.
I'm a dentist, but here's some fucking deodorant, you loser.
Please stop eating so many Doritos. Please stop drinking so much Mountain Dew. For the love of God, brush your teeth.
Yeah.
Do you floss? And they're like, yeah, as blood pours out of their mouth.
Blood pours out of their mouth, nose, and eyes as they start.
Just like their hero Sonic. Gosh, amazing.
Jesus Christ. Oh, God.
He ain't here. I gotta know, though, Cal. Do you think you could beat this guy?
Yeah.
I think so, too.
I mean, he's just a dentist.
Exactly. Every dentist I have ever played in Smash, I just stomp on him, so.
Yeah, I mean, usually I wonder why they're not smiling more.
Oh my God.
Like, you literally can clean your own teeth perfectly.
Exactly. Dude,
why are you frowning?
Why are you frowning? Have you been playing any Smash lately?
No, I haven't touched it since Pyrometric came out. Actually, I may have played it once. Every once in a while, I'll get a snap from Phenomenon, and
Yo, you won't play?
Well, I'll get a snap, and he's thinking he's hot shit, and I'm like,
man, I gotta put this kid back in his place.
I gotta put him back in the earth. Beat him back to Mother Nature.
I always forget you're an earthbender. You gotta put these fools back down in the dirt. Oh my gosh. Then what you been playing?
Not a whole lot. I I got about halfway through my day today, and then I realized I totally missed 2 streams I was supposed to do.
Oh shit.
I just was totally caught up in other shit that I was just like, oh well.
Next time.
Yeah, I mean, and it's like I've started school, so now gaming is even more like, should I be doing it?
Back
Should
burner.
I? Should I be doing it? It's that sort of anxiety is
I feel.
something that has made school only more and more difficult as I've gotten older. Is
Mm-hmm.
like, well, I'd really love to stream this game or do this thing.
But there's school. It's like the
But there's all these
the
other things.
looming doom.
Yes. It's,
Inevitable.
it's the old, he's right behind me, isn't he?
Yup.
So I mean, I've played some Fire Emblem Heroes. I opened that up today,
Yeah.
put it on autoplay for fuck's sake.
Oh damn, man.
For the most part, I've been trying to determine how best to approach the coming football season as far
Mm-hmm.
as streaming services and what to watch
More.
live and what to actually pay for.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll see. Maybe I just kind of go the route I was going when we basically lived together.
I remember that. That was a good route. Let me tell you, it worked pretty well.
It was frugal.
Yeah, it was. It was frugal. It got us. It got us from point A to point B.
Yeah.
Personally, I've gotten back. I got my, like we were talking about, I got my Scott Pilgrim versus the World special edition. So I've been playing a lot of that lately. Just gonna
Mhm.
max out all the characters. I need to get back into Pokemon Snap. Need to finish that. And there's so much more stuff now. My sister was messaging me about it, said it's really good. The free DLC they had for it, apparently real fun. So that's good. Good to hear. I'm gonna play some more golf. They should be adding some new more DLC, should be hitting that really soon. I played some kart and some Smash recently too. It was good. Listen to Nintendo stuff, but getting by.
Hell yeah.
Hopefully, gonna be playing some of the PS1 classic Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories soon. We'll see. Gotta
Wow.
dust off the old PS2 and get that going.
Nice, dude.
Woo woo!
Well, I think we're both yawning.
I was gonna say we're old. This is the end of the night for us.
Yeah.
Cal, where can
It's
people follow you?
You can find me on Twitter at humble halfwit.
Hell yeah!
Um, you can also find me on TikTok
Yeah!
at hopeful halfwit.
I love it. That your
Uh,
TikTok you've done is so good.
it's only the
I
one.
love it.
I almost like I'm almost embarrassed of it because it's such a plain Jane simple
So
thing.
good.
It's yeah. Well, one of these days I'll learn how to add sounds or do effects. But until then, I'll just stick with like I have an idea brewing for a Hogtide
Oh hell yeah!
TikTok that maybe hitting that. So by the way, follow Hogtide Productions on TikTok. Uh, Jake has been serving up some spicy, but still good soup.
Good soup. I need to make a good. Be ready for a good soup. TikTok from Hogtide tomorrow because I tried to get a. I was a little too far ahead of a trend. The Malcolm in the Middle is just. It's still not hitting off too much. I'm seeing it occasionally. The audio's good, but it could be. I think I jumped the gun on it and I made it a little too early for the sound to really be something that pushes it.
That
But
gives me an idea for another one already.
I really liked it. Because fun fact, Nintendo's never gonna fix their online. You can follow me on all social media platforms at Jake the Mayor. I do personal TikToks that are super film focused, hyper film focused. So if you like that kind of stuff, film talk, you can get your film stuff there. You get your video game stuff at Hogtide. And explaining into some anime soon, hopefully. We shall see.
Oh yeah.
Thank you all for watching. Thanks for tuning in. And we'll catch y'all on the flippity flop.
Deuces. Peace. Later.